Okay, so this was sort of the like ambitious project that I talked about in my brownstone builds, like the last video. I really wanted to build like a container community in Evergreen Harbor specifically because that felt like the perfect world to build something like this in. And I wanted it to feel like not cohesive because it's like a community of people that are living like this. And like basically you can buy as many containers as you want basically and stack them however you like. So I wanted it to feel a bit asymmetrical, and it's like really asymmetrical, and at times I kind of struggled with it looking so asymmetrical, but then I felt like it made more sense this way, and I think it was more fun because they're all of their own thing, you know. And I feel like because they're so asymmetrical, it really helps show that they're like 6 different people living here. And I could have done more because you can like cheat to make more rentals on a lot, but I feel like 6 was enough. Because like not every like container on this community space has like one sim, and like the biggest one I want it to be like a family like a container family home, because I think it'd be like a good challenge to try to fit like kids into a container home. But like I had a lot of fun. I don't know. Like I like thinking about like building a community or like a neighborhood, because you can actually really do that with like the For Rent pack. And that's like the first time you can actually do that, you know? So I really wanted everything to feel individual but also connected. So I make all the containers and then I build like a little community space in the back behind all of the containers, because I do want it to be like a community of people that live in containers, so they'd have like their own like shared outdoor space, because they don't really have like a formal backyard of any kind. So I wanted there to be like a place for them to like gather, either like gather in like a community way or like gather as like just like a household with like maybe their friends and stuff, and like a place for them to be that wasn't technically connected to their house but is also connected to their house, if that makes sense. And I just like the idea of this so much, actually. I thought it was just like so much fun and I wanted to build it so badly. So I was really excited to like finish the brownstones, because I feel like this is some more like unique and stimulating idea than like the more traditional homes that we could have always really made. Technically like a container community is definitely something that only like the For Rent expansion pack could make possible. I chose Evergreen Harbor because it sort of came with like the expansion pack that made container builds possible, because it came with like the container stuff like the wallpapers and the roof tile. And I thought, especially because I'm building all of these builds in like a blank save, so like all of the lots have been bulldozed and stuff. So I don't know what was originally here, but I made a container community and I thought it was like perfect because there's like, it's like under an underpass, like a train station space, which feels very authentic to me. Like I could see a container community that's like near some like urban gentrified space. And that was sort of the vibe that I kind of wanted to perpetuate in the builds. And so right now I'm just like pulling out all these like things from the catalog that I feel like would be fun in like a public area space that I will eventually make later in this video. But yeah, I wanted to like cover all the bases, and because I wanted it to be like kids and stuff, so I wanted there to be like a little kid park, but also to have like more adult things like a hot tub and like other things. And I didn't really know what to do about lighting because I didn't want it to have like street lights because it's not a street, you know, it's a community. So I wanted each container to have like their own like outdoor lights, and I later put in some like lane lights, like they're like low-lying lights that just like help brighten up the walkways, because I feel like that would be important if you were living in a community to have like bright walkways. And I like did a bunch of like the decorating off camera because it took me so long to make any decision. So I use these like debug fences, as you can see like in the back, to like sort of section it off from like the outside, and that's sort of like the exit, if that makes sense, and then the entrance is like where all the containers are. And I just wanted like a little space in the back to be like a communal backyard, since like nobody has their own actual backyard. So I wanted to cover a bunch of like hobby things like gardening, or like some more social things like a hot tub and like a movie space, and then like a grilling space. Basically anything that you would think that you would have in a backyard space, I wanted that to be covered in this area. And I like it actually, and I'm excited to see like if I'll actually be able to see Sims, like if I play in the slot, because For Rent promised that she would be able to see Sims in like the shared areas. So I'm really hoping that that works, because I think it'd be really cool to see people like utilizing the things. And I wanted to create like a little picnic space that also could be like a movie space, because it has like this movie screen from the little camper set, which is like perfect for like this sort of an outdoor space, but also could be like a picnic place. So I put like a little picnic basket there. I just really wanted like a cute, vibey outdoor space. And I definitely feel like I'm going to use this build like in my personal saves, because I think the idea of it's just really cool actually. And I haven't really been able to play too much with like the For Rent aspects, like apartments or anything. I really haven't played with that yet, and so I've been looking for a reason to, and I feel like this is a really good reason to. I think it would really like add something to gameplay. And so I was looking for some sort of like entrance arch or something, and that was like a bit more formal because that's supposed to be like the beginning or like the opening to the like little community. And at first I was gonna do like that thick iron beams, but that felt a little too industrial for me. Like it kind of didn't fit, so I went with these like stone ones instead because I thought that was nice. And I thought it was like just enough, but then I started doing a little too much, and I feel like that's sort of my problem. Like I never really know what's good and then what's too far, and I started adding too many archways. So I just did 4. Like I did like these 2 in like the main separation walkway, and then like the 2 in the front basically. And I don't know if I would keep those 2 in the main walkway, but they were there and I keep them, and I'm like fiddling around with all of this, and I don't keep it anyway because I felt like that was too much anyway. I don't know if I like those, like looking back at it now, I don't know if I like those like archways there, but I just wanted it to look more formal. Like this was like a community and they needed an entrance, and I feel like all good communities need an entrance, so I wanted it to have like some sort of formal opening. But the screenshots, I really like the vibes of this place a lot, and I feel like I really like it more once like they're all like furnished and stuff. But I definitely really enjoy the community area. I think it's like the best part of the build. And you can definitely look forward to this being like a new series to replace the Brownstone series. So we're going to like make a sim and then make the container that they live in. So be on the lookout for that.